we have a play.
It's
Isn't
his
that great?
birthday.
Thank you very much. Anyway, wait, I thought we have 3 other plays.
You were first. I thought you were still setting up.
And how long do I have to distract these men?
30 minutes.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears I have to distract you for around 30 minutes until the other plays begin. So anyway, please turn off all cellular phones, no flash photography, and of course no recording of this production. That will be done after with me standing at the exit. Anyway, what to do with you guys? Let me think. A story. Everybody loves stories. You guys love stories?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course everybody loves stories. Okay, give me a good genre. You. Give me a good genre. Crime fiction. Well, that's gonna be a mystery for me to pull off. You. Give me a good genre. Gore. Bloody. I like it, but no violence is allowed here. Ma'am, you seem to have read a lot of stories over the years. Give me a good genre. Anong sinabi ko? Fancy! Well, you got me, haven't you? Anyway, so, a good story. I feel like I have one somewhere in my collection. Thank you very much over the pillow, but I don't need it. Okay. And a good story. Come on, please. Thank you very much, man. A good story for... How about a fairy tale? Everybody. You guys like fairy tales?
Yes.
Well, I didn't expect that answer, but okay. Good job. You guys love fairy tales. A story of a man and a young woman we all hope to become. Interesting. Okay, so where do we begin? Here we are. Once upon a time, there was a young woman. Pretty. Like a young man who decided smartly and handsome. Like me. They met in high school and in love every day and night. Before long, the young man dropped his seat, pulled a diamond from his pocket, and won the young woman's hand in marriage.
Excuse me, Mr. Storyteller?
Moving right along, with the blessings of their
You
compatible...
bitch!
Yes.
We didn't exactly meet in high school.
Yes, you did. It says so here in this...
We met in a bar.
And we dated on and off for, what was it, 5 years? While she experimented with foreign men.
Oh, well, isn't that very nice? Well, for my purpose, you guys met in high school. Okay. So, with the blessings of their compatible families, the young man and woman were right.
As I recall, you're the one who kept breaking it off.
What?
Yeah! Then you want me back as soon as I got a new boyfriend.
Well, you certainly didn't waste any time or into the arms of the first man who had an accent.
Okay, let's not argue in front of the audience, please. Okay. So, with the blessings of their compatible past, the young woman were to be bright and...
I never realized you were a racist.
Well, I was fine with it until you started sleeping with black men.
You're automatically assuming that racism refers to African Americans.
Hey! Can you, like, shut up? I'm trying to tell a story here. Okay, back to the story. Thank you very much.
Please, don't let anything silly
Like our issues.
get in your way.
Okay, look. You guys play along. These people will have ample opportunity to be disillusioned later. I just want to tell this story so they can go to the bonfire. Okay? Okay. So, anyway, as I was saying, the preparations, right. They were to be married in a beautiful church,
It was a cheap chapel in Vegas.
followed by an elegant reception at an old inn in Tagaytay.
Factor mo patal sa buwan.
The bride put Martha Stewart to shame as she had the evening designed to the last.
Ha! That really sounds like you. What?
From the linen napkins to the centerpieces of her Parisian Italian rusticas.
I think he was invited to someone else's wedding.
And why is he assuming that the bride always has the taste? I mean, don't they think the groom might want to participate? I mean, I worked my way through law school as a floral designer. That's why I know freesia is all wrong for a centerpiece. It's best used as probably an accent flower.
You were a floral designist?
Yeah, that's why I know it's all wrong for a centerpiece. They should base it on a more substantial bloom. Like a lily or an orchid. Yeah, probably an orchid.
Perhaps, sweetie, is there something you need to tell me about?
Actually, there is something I want to tell these wonderful people. Well, at least most. The story! Okay? So, anyway, they had their flawless reception for 300 guests at the turn of the century in Tagaytay.
You know, we're not from Tagaytay. We've never even been to Tagaytay.
At which all had a delightful time.
What do you mean is there something that I haven't done?
I mean, the kind of your... Yeah, your...
Immediately following the splendid reception,
You know, is there something you want to tell me about? About yourself? About?
And what?
the
Come on.
bride, at the tender age of 24. This isn't a comedy. What's funny?
She's not even close to 24.
Okay. Wait a minute. Whose story is this?
Ours!
Wrong! It's mine. And in my story, you're 24.
Thanks for the compliment, sweetheart, but I'm 35.
Okay. Well, how old are you?
I'm the one that's 24.
Isn't that a little old to be getting married? I mean, young.
So, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. 24 is expected of me. That's weird for him.
Yeah, because you're a woman. You're supposed to be younger.
Jesus Christ!
I'm atheist. Anyway, before I was interrupted for the umpteenth time, boys, girls, and our fabulous day prof, I was saying that after the reception, the 24-year-old bride was whisked away with her 27-year-old Prince Charming.
Whisked away where? Where?
Where else? The airport.
Airport to where?
The airport of Tagaytay.
There's no airport in Tagaytay. There's one in Pasay.
How did you know that?
I majored in geography.
You did?
Yeah, so Mr. Fancy Pants, which one is it?
The one where you caught your flight to Hawaii.
Okay, this whole fairy tale is completely out of hand. Anyone knows that there's no flights from Tagaytay to Hawaii. You have to go to Manila or Hong Kong. And anyways, I highly doubt that they had horses in the terminal.
Oh, for fuck's sake, woman. What's the big deal about telling these people a nice little story?
No one's life turns out like that, okay? How many of these kids will live up to your expectations, huh? None of them. You know why? It's too much pressure. It's like why Catholic women are so fucked up. You can't be a virgin and a mother, and Brad, I probably shouldn't have married you anyway.
Shayna, how could you say that?
You're probably gay.
What?
Oh, come on. How many straight male floral designers do you know?
Hold on, that's what you want me to be honest about?
You didn't even know I majored in geography. And if we're talking about averages here, most people don't get married in Tagaytay, huh? Most people get married in their hometowns with bad zoning and Burger King.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing. That's my point. Most people do get married in their hometowns. Most people cheat on their lazy fucking spouses and end up, in their nursing homes. Put that in your story and smoke it.
No one is smoking anything.
And God forbid you tell them what reality is.
You know what? Fine. I've had it. You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? The whole enchilada. The proverbial hook, line, and sinker. Take away from me these kids, something to aspire to.
I fucking dare you.
I'm warning you. It won't be pretty.
Stand warned.
Fine. Lights! Forgive me for the intermission, everybody. We were looking for a more modern look. Anyway, at least that's what these people wanted, so why not? It's happening. So, where were we? A new story. Something more fabulous. Like, once upon a time, in a fish market not so far away, there lived a woman approaching middle age who drank a shot of vodka. Smoked a pack a day, hung out in places where they broke condoms on the floor.
Shut up.
And a young, slightly effeminate man who took it up the ass. Yeah, once from a Boy Scout. But since it only happened once when he was 17 and drunk on Ginebra, weak, still considered himself straight. Hey, the woman and the man met in the bar one night, drunk a few beers and had a good time. And afterwards, slept together at her, where of course the time became the last bed. Since the woman felt guilty about the one-night stand, she felt she needed to make a legitimate relationship out of the encounter to justify the sins, even though she really prefers Korean.
Come on, what give it to?
To stay deep in the dark closet, the man proposed to the woman. And since she's 35 and let's face it, not getting any younger, she accepted his pathetic offer because it was a real ego booster and snapped the hot stomach. 11 years younger than she, even if he does have the occasional. Because he's really gay. Sorry, technical problems. Okay. Although the man offered to plan the entire wedding with his best friend Steve, the woman insisted they hire a horse-drawn carriage.
Horses now!
Drop them all at the airport of Tagaytay, from which they took 6 connecting flights to Las Vegas to get married by a Korean impersonator. To celebrate, they showed up at the Hotel Soco Guadalupe, at which they bought all the bar patrons cheese balls and Budweiser. When they arrived back home in Cainta, the groom, unable to suppress his inner self for a moment longer, took up with the director from LGB. And the bride, realizing she'd never be a mother, consoled herself with vodka and biogesic and died of a somewhat accidental overdose 3 years later. The groom, now 27, took up wearing cowboy hats and chaps. He made the unfortunate mistake of traveling to Maguindanao on business, where he was dragged and beaten to his death behind a 4x4 by a bunch of homophobic milfs. And when I mean MILF, I mean Moro Islamic Liberation Front. Okay, so the director from LGV wrote a show about the three of them in which he got a few idiots to play the parts, won an Oscar, and hopefully get an A for his outstanding lit performance. Well, kids, did you like that story?
Yeah.
I hope you did, and because partly it's your story.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
Who are you and what are you doing in my house?
I'm your new husband. Where should I put my coat?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't touch me. I'll scream. I'll call the police.
Wait, no, don't do that. Aren't you gonna ask me how my day was?
How was your day?
It was awful. Just like every other day. Same old boring job, same old boring boss, same old boring life. And then on the way home, suddenly it hit me. Why come home with the same old boring wife, and house, and kids, and dog? When you could try something new.
But you can't just...
I've always admired your home. It's very well kept.
Thank you, but...
I pass it every day on my way to work, so I thought today I'd give it a try. It has to be more exciting than the one I've been coming home for the past 15 years.
But... I already have a husband.
Where does he work?
He's an executive at a technology company.
Oh, perfect! I love technology. All those little gadgets and stuff, it'll be great.
Look, I'm really sorry. I know your life sucks. My life is boring too, but you can't just walk in here and expect to.
Oh, I almost forgot. Forgot flowers.
Flowers?
They're orchids. A symbol of rare beauty and eternal love. My love for you.
Well, wow. My husband hasn't brought me flowers in 15 years.
I wrote you a poem too.
A poem?
Would you like me to recite it?
Well, if you went through the trouble of writing it, I wouldn't want it all to go to waste.
Take my breath away, like the sunset on a summer day. When I gaze at the moon or the ocean blue, they pale side to side. And take my breath.
That's beautiful. Did you really write that? Do you pee in the shower?
Never.
Talk the sheets?
Nope.
Snore?
I don't think so.
Any history of baldness in your family?
On the contrary, we're very hairy.
Would you do your laundry or wait for me to do it?
Do it myself.
Fix the toilet or call a plumber?
Fix it.
Shingle the roof or buy a new house?
New house.
Vacation in Boracay or Tagaytay?
Boracay.
Watch basketball or do me in the kitchen?
Do you really have to ask?
Will you constantly try to port me in the rear? Tell me about your first wife.
She was a nag. A nag with no boobs. Well, she had boobs until the baby was born, but he sucked them right off. I'm a boobs man. Just completely unworkable.
You left your wife because she lost her boobs.
Well, there were other things, but if I have to be honest, yeah, it was the boobs.
What if I lost my boobs? Would you leave me too?
Looks like you got plenty to spare.
Oh, easy, Tiger. You'll have to win the kids over first. Children! But no. Kids! Meet your new father.
Hi, kids.
Who is this guy?
You're not my father. You're a fake. An imposter. Mom, can't you see this? It's not him.
You like
Who
basketball?
is this?
Sure. Take you to the big game.
The big game? No way. I love you, Dad.
Oh, what about me? I hate basketball.
Well, do you like shopping?
Duh. This guy's even know me.
Here, knock yourself out.
Your platinum credit card? Oh my god! Oh my god! Never gonna understand. Okay, kids, time to do your homework. Your father and I have some things to finish. Good thing, Mom.
See you later, Dad.
So, where were we?
Hi, honey. What's going on here? What are you doing to my wife?
Trying to pork her in the rear.
That's it. I'm going to
Wait,
police.
wait. The key.
Why?
He's replacing you.
Replacing me?
Yes.
But-
You're out, he's in.
But I don't understand.
He brought me flowers. When was the last time you ever brought me flowers?
What?
Exactly. Now, the key.
But come on, you can't just take the kids away from me. Kids, come here.
I just got. Look at the card. What do you want?
Come on, guys. You don't want me to leave now, do you?
Well, he's taking me to the game.
Come on, I can take you.
You had your chance.
But
Sorry, it's nothing. The key.
But I don't want to go. Please, I'll do anything. I'll be a kid. I'll be the family dog.
Wait, a dog? I've always wanted a
Ew,
dog.
he's gonna get hair everywhere. I don't want a dog.
Can I keep it? Please.
I don't know. Honey, what do you think?
Well, he'd be your responsibility. We're not gonna feed him for you or take him for walks.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Oh, sure. Come here, boy. That's it.
Ew.
Roll over. Fetch.
Roll.
Go shopping.
Sword.
Only if your dad will take you.
Whoa,
Well, your mother and I were sort of in the middle of something.
Whoa.
I wanna go now. There's a sale. Honey, I think you have to take the dog out.
Whoa.
How much time do you need?
I'm sorry, I have homework.
Whoa,
Do we have a
Anybody
leash?
listening to me?
Whoa.
The dog really has to get
whoa,
out.
whoa,
I'm gonna wait
Oh,
here.
okay. Do we have a leash?
Hey, Dad, can you play ball?
whoa,
I thought you had homework.
I just finished.
Can I go shopping or not? Your daughter?
Do you want me to?
Ball. I'm asking.
whoa,
Honey, I think you really have to take the dog out. Take the dog out.
I have to poop. It's coming out already.
Hello? I want to go to the mall. Mall.
whoa.
Mall. Honey. Tonight, can you also take out the trash?
Sure.
Hey, Dad, the big game's starting.
Whoa, whoa,
What about me? And
We have to go
somebody
now.
about the
Listen,
hours.
right now.
Back in the
We're gonna be
beginning,
late.
I still have something I don't
Whoa.
I'm telling you.
Honey, it'll have to wait.
Whoa.
You have responsibilities now.
Responsibilities.
Whoa.
This isn't what I signed up for. You're just like my first wife.
What did you just say? Did you just mention your first wife? Don't you ever compare me to that flat-chested bitch.
Big game starting already.
No,
Please.
no. You are
Go
never
now.
ever going to mention her name, and you're never going to be married to her. Get that dog out and take your son out.
Can
Whoa.
we
And
go?
also do something about your daughter.
Please.
Come on. You not.
Look.
I asked first, it's not fair.
You
can't
promised
do
already.
anything. Hello,
Look,
am I
all I want-
Am I what do I have to do to get some attention?
Whoa.
I'm like the shit
Whoa.
bitch. That's
Whoa.
what you
Whoa.
think. Maybe I should get pregnant.
There wasn't
Maybe I
there.
should just find
Hey,
pregnant.
We need a new life.
Sana! Mom! Mom!
she? Mom? Mom! Thank God you're alright. Where have you been? Dad and I have been looking for you everywhere.
That's your dad. He'll find a way.
You know, Dad, he overreacts to everything. But seriously, the whole hospital's turned upside down. Everyone's been looking for you.
You're the only one who found me.
Yeah. So, how did you get up here?
So there was a hole in the fence.
Oh, I knew that. I mean, those steps were so exhausting. How did you even know how to get here? Like, with all the conditions you have?
I'm not sure.
But, you know, like, the view here, it's really nice. I really wonder why there's not a lot of people that go here.
They don't know about the hole. Shouldn't you be at your party?
I was. Until Dad called, told me you vanished again.
She'll be annoyed.
Huh? Who?
You know, what's her name again?
You know her name.
Why? What is it again? Jean? Janine?
Gina!
Oh, that's right. Reminds you of the vagina.
Mom! She's my wife.
I always liked that other one. Hammy? She was
Wet?
considerate. She was always so nice to me.
She was pretentious.
Really now.
Really.
I never knew. She was always so honest and kind.
Trust me, okay?
Gina reminds me too much of someone else.
Huh? Who?
Your dad.
Dad? That's alright.
You try being married to him for 40 years.
Come on, Mom. We better get you back.
I'm not going back.
Don't be silly, Mom. Come on.
I'm not going back. I hate that offer full of that stuff. People keep ringing me and saying, "What can I bring you?" I say, "Don't bring me anything. I don't want any more things." David? You really look handsome, son. Your clothes are well picked out. Seems like Gina's taking good care of you.
I guess she's good for one thing, though.
Or maybe two. Why don't you give me a grandchild already?
Mom, please. We'll get there when we're ready.
So, how did you work it out where I was?
But it's not that hard. It's New Year's Eve. Where else would you be?
My chair, my view. Surprised you even remember where it was.
Hasn't been that long.
5 years.
Right? Really? I still remember when you first brought me here. Legs, they got so tired you had to carry me up the last 50 steps. And I kept asking, "Where are you bringing me, Mom? Where are we going?" And you just told me, "We're going to my chair, the best view in the city."
I remember.
And I kept asking you, "What are we even going to see?" And you just put your finger over my lips and you said,
See, my love.
and then when it got dark, you pointed up to the sky and said, "Look!" And suddenly, the sky was full of light. Huge explosions of color. Pink, orange, blue, green, and the noise. Terrible noise. Remember? I had to cover my ears just because the explosions are so loud. I'll never forget it. Looking up at the clear night sky, seeing the stars, seeing the lights, the muffled explosions ringing in my ear. It's my first fireworks.
Never forget your first firework.
Did you ever bring that here?
No matter how much I love your father, I needed to keep something to myself. And this was mine. My share of my fireworks.
But you brought me here.
Back then when I thought of you, it wasn't like we were two people. We were the same person, and so it made sense to bring you. I knew it would be the same for you as it did to me, so maybe I thought we needed to see it.
Do you still think that? That we're one person?
Sometimes. I knew you'd come. I wanted it to be just the two of us. You, 40 years of being a wife and 30 years of being a mother, I think it's about time to just be me.
Mom.
This is my last fireworks, David. And I want it to be just the two of us. If I can't play favorites now, then when can I? Can I tell you something?
What?
Never mind.
Tell me.
I didn't even tell your father.
Come on.
Before you were born, I always wanted a girl.
Mom.
A beautiful baby girl who I could dress up with whatever I could think of.
Mom.
But once I saw you, once you came out, and once I saw the child you were, and the man you were growing into, I got down on my hand and knees, and thank God for giving me such a gift. I've been so lucky to have you as my son. Can you promise me something? You'll bring your child here and tell her all about me. I still remember when you almost lost me, a month before you were due.
Yes. Don't remind me. Still gives me the goosebumps.
I woke up in the middle of the night, blood everywhere. John rushed me to the hospital. I was hemorrhaging. He figured too big for me to keep inside. He thought they were going to lose you and me. So they had to get you out right away.
Jesus.
And they did.
Thank you for me.
Your father sat beside me all night, holding my hand. I think that's why I made it through the night. Hung it so long, looking up at his eyes. I knew he couldn't bear losing me. So I pulled through. I survived. Just like my mother and her mother before. We're survivors, just like you. I think that's why I didn't want any more children.
But I'm so sorry.
Why? Already had the most wonderful son anyone could hope for. A beautiful baby boy. Who could begrudge God that? All I want, son, is that when you and your wife will have a good home. Always take care of them, just like how your father took care of them. Never leave those whom you love. Don't be sad, David. I've had a good life. People love me. A husband worship me. A son. A family. A home. Going to miss you. Just don't be too absorbed with the success of your work that you forget that you have a wife. And when you and Gina have rough patches, remember that you made a vow to each other. You need to be a strong foundation to your family.
Of course, Mom. Thanks.
I love you so much, son. Always remember, no matter what happens, there will always be someone who cares for you. 20 years. It all goes by so fast. I'm just going to lie down